Hello, and welcome to the weekly Winedown.
High five this time, though. No
High
cheers.
five. I'm drinking solo.
I'm in the middle of 75 hard, so if you don't know what 75 hard is, definitely take a look at that. Andy Frizella will be gracious for his little plug here, but that is why Alyse is solo on the Winedown this week.
That's okay. You can never make me pass up a good glass of Prosecco. Which, speaking of, I was gonna say we are drinking. I am drinking. I found this really cool new Italian Prosecco. It's called the Collection. It's made out of a Pinot grape, and it's just really easy to drink. Good for a nice Sunday night.
Beautiful. I love it. And along with that Sunday night, this is our last Sunday night here. And
here, as in Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah.
And with a lot of people going back to school, a lot of people going back to work, not sure what that transition truly looks like, we want to talk about what it looks like to be able to transition and
Absolutely.
what you need to do with yourself so that you can optimize that process for yourself. And so Alyse was reading a book today and came across this really great piece.
Yeah, so one of the things that I learned and am learning, and I'm starting to come to view the situation that we're in. We've been back in Florida for about a month and a half now, and we've really been enjoying being able to get outside, having the sun, being able to be by a pool. We are going back to New York this coming week, and there are so many things that we love about New York as well, but we're a little sad to be leaving those things. We're sad to be leaving the perfect weather and the sunshine. I mean, even on a rainy day, this is what a rainy day looks like. So there's two main takeaways that I took from it. One is to have patience with yourself, and that's something that particularly I really need to practice, is patience with myself during these types of moments, because I tend to get really hard on myself and try and talk myself out of feeling whatever it is that I'm feeling, when in reality it's okay. So number one is absolutely to have patience with myself. The second thing, and this is a kind of a cool different way to look at things, is, so it was our last weekend here. We got, I think, the aftermath of a tropical storm, and it was gray for a full, it still is gray, has been gray for a full 48 hours. It rained nonstop for probably around 30 of those 48 hours, when we really hoped to be able to be out by the pool, really go play some tennis. I know you wanted to go wakeboarding and just do some of our favorite things down here before we leave. But one of the second main takeaway that I had was that it was actually a way to find a moment of soft transition. And by that, I mean, it gave us the space to allow and prepare for the change.
And I think what in your book, what it was saying was a higher power, whether it's God, whether it's whatever it is that you believe in, it's allowing you to understand that where you're going. So we were down here, we were enjoying the sun, the scenery, the lake, everything that we had down here we don't have up in New York City, and so that's really gonna be sad for us and something we're gonna miss. But by giving us this 2 days of grayness, it allowed for what Alyse said, of that soft transition. So relating it back to going back to school, going back to work, and all of these things that we enjoyed working from home, we enjoyed having our kids home, we enjoyed whatever it was that we were doing, and now we're transitioning into something else. Be able to enjoy the last few days that you have, but also take into consideration the small things or the small gifts that may be happening, so that it's easing that transition for us. And that might be if it's a small time for movie night at home. It might be identifying a moment that you are upset with your kids, that you're just like, it's going to be so nice to get them away. It might be nice to have a little transportation time where you have to actually drive to the office, where you can get back to some things that you were doing before. And so those are the things that, for Alyse's second point, of giving yourself space to identify what that transition time actually looks like.
Mm-hmm. And oftentimes when you think, for example, say you're on vacation and the last day of vacation, it downpours. looking at that as a gift of transition time, as opposed to, oh no, my last day is ruined. It lets you really get thrown back into your real world in a little bit of a softer way.
Exactly. So as we go through this 2020 and into 2021, not soon enough, but as we transition through this year of constant change and constant unknownness and uncertainty, opt in with those two things. One, be patient with yourself, and two, try to be aware of the little signs that are around you that you can truly see the opportunity that's presented in this level of transition. So with that, that's another weekly wind down.
Cheers to you.
Go own it.
Go own it.